At FINOS, I work quite closely with the Open Source Readiness community, which is all about getting financial services firms to engage more with open source. We have our own maturity model, which tracks process maturity of firms engaging with open source, from using it through to contributing fixes to open source projects, working with foundations, and taking internal projects and open sourcing them for the world to use. And you can check this out in the links below. What's become apparent is that when staff aren't allowed to contribute to open source, it actually costs financial services firms money. Let me explain. In the normal way of open source, community members find bugs and fix bugs and add features, and the software grows and becomes more useful. However, if you work at an organization that uses a piece of open source but can't contribute in this way, what do? If you find a bug in that piece of software or you want to add a feature, you're stuck. The only thing you can do is create what's called an internal fork of the open source project and maintain it in your firm, where you can apply the fixes and improvements that you want. But this is where it gets really expensive. Forevermore, your staff are going to have to maintain that project. If the open source version of the project fixes bugs or security issues, you're going to have to bring those changes back inside the firm and merge them with your version of the project. And all of that takes a lot of engineering time and effort. And this is time and effort that would have been borne by the open source community, and it's now being duplicated in your firm. So I'm working on an analysis of this with some of the open source readiness members, and we think this is a massive, massive cost issue. Anyway, I'd love to hear your stories around this. I'm trying to prepare a report on this with Linux Foundation research to publish in time for OSFF New York. So if you have any interesting data in this area, please get in touch.